Hey, what's up, everyone? You know what they say about people who assume, right? Yeah, they make a you know what out of you and me. Well, I always assumed that when you bought a safe, that your safe was safe. Well, with the incident that happened involving Liberty Safe last month, we realized that it's not really safe because there are serial numbers on the safe, and Liberty Safe could be called, and they can give a override code to basically get in your safe to anyone, even if they're not really being pushed much to do so. Now, the scariest thing about that, I know a lot of people own Liberty Safes and were upset, but the scariest thing about that was that Liberty was saying that they were following industry-wide policies and stuff, which means that a lot of these safe companies probably do the same thing. Who knows, maybe all. Well, it looks like Liberty Safe saw the error of their ways. Or they're finding they're getting a ton of bad press and they're afraid people aren't going to buy their safes anymore. Now, I have the partial partial statement that they released. I was going to print up the whole thing, but I had a printer issue, so it's only a partial safe. So rather than read it, I'm just going to tell you. Basically, let me summarize it to you. We're going to start doing all the stuff that we should have been doing all this time but haven't done, and we're going to stop acting like a bunch of, jerks who don't give a damn about your privacy. Okay. So now, what they're going to do is, if a law enforcement agency has a warrant or a subpoena or anything, Liberty Safe is not going to provide information unless that warrant or subpoena is actually specific to Liberty Safe. So if law enforcement says to Liberty Safe, hey, we have a warrant for this guy, we need to get in a safe, Liberty's going to say, oh, okay, well, subpoena us. And they're going to have to get a subpoena to compel Liberty Safe to provide the information, which is the way I think it should have been all along. On top of that, allegedly, Liberty Safe, if they are compelled to do this, is going to contact the owner of the safe first. So rather than just, now this is already two good steps, because number one, they're actually going to say, no, you have to compel us, not just another person. So they have to, has to be target Liberty Safe, and then Liberty Safe is then going to contact the person and say, this is what's going on, they're asking for information about you. So that's number two, that's a good thing. Number three, and this, I got to tell you, I really don't expect to happen much, but if need be, they're going to fight the request legally. Now, I don't really see this happening very much because I don't see them spending a whole lot of cash trying to help out people they don't know. But still, the fact that they put in there is encouraging. Now, this is on top of another change they made where they will allow people to remove their safe combinations from their database. Not really the safe combination, but like an override combination, I should say. So that, let's say you lose your combination, you can't get in your safe, you can contact Liberty Safe and they'll assist you in getting into it. I could see how that would be useful to some people, but then as we saw in this last incident with Liberty Safe, it can also be misused. So they're going to, they've instituted a change where you can call up and say, I don't want my information in your database, forget about it, and they're done with it. So that's definitely good to hear. Now, another thing I've heard is that there's a serial number on the safe, and you can actually just remove the serial number so that nobody can call Liberty Safe. So that might be a decent way to go, too, is just pull off the serial number, call Liberty Safe, or actually don't call Liberty Safe, just take the serial number off, put it someplace else so that it's not on the safe, it's in like an undisclosed location. And then, if need be, then you could contact Liberty Safe. Because then otherwise, if that serial number's not there, nobody could ever contact Liberty Safe to find out the information. And they'll just have to go the long way. Which, I got to be honest with you, if law enforcement wants to get in your Liberty Safe, they're probably going to get into your Liberty Safe. I don't think there's a lot of people out there with like TL15 and TL30 safes. And if it is, they can still get into it. It's just that it'll take longer. So there's a little update. So take that for what it's worth on whether or not you trust them or you want to purchase from them again. Personally, I got to tell you, I had a pretty positive view of Liberty Safe before, and it absolutely plummeted after all that stuff happened last month. Now it has gone up slightly, but it hasn't gone up anywhere near enough to make me have the same feelings I had about the company previously. So do with that information what you will, and if you want to read the full statement, you can go to the Liberty Safe website, and it is on there. I think they'll probably libertysafe.com, but hey, just Google Liberty Safe statement or something, and you could probably get into it and see what's going on. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. See ya.